We going live. We live.
What up? We back.
We back, man. GMS the podcast. My name is Mr. HYB, a.k.a. your boy. What's my name? Oh, yeah, BI. Handle your BI, that is. And this is my brother from another mother.
What's going on, y'all? It's Nyce, a.k.a. Fly. Nyce, a.k.a. the flyest thing since airplanes. Holla at me, man.
He's scoring. God damn it. Ben Watson is already on the ground. We over here. We decided to still do the podcast. We're going to do the podcast. Why are we going to do the podcast? Because it's what we do.
That's what we
try to keep it consistent. We got a lot of things to talk about, but right now, let's talk about these Patriots right now. I'm not going to put the volume up to mess up the quality of the audio because we had a shitty audio last week. Yo, last week's episode.
It was dope. The audio was just crazy.
Was probably top 3.
Yeah, it was dope. That's why I was so upset the audio was off. I was like, oh, damn, man. We had a good conversation. It was good.
Yeah, it was definitely good.
It was definitely good.
I think shout outs to, you know what I mean, to the people that came in. Shout out to my homegirl Jam. Like, shout out for the followers coming through. Like, it was just organic. You know how people misuse that? Oh, it's organic, man.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was pretty organic, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope. Absolutely.
What would you say, and I know where you're going to lean, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. What would you say was the best part out of, I'll give you 45 seconds to talk about it, best part out of last week's episode?
Honestly, just the fact that everybody was here vibing, and I loved how everybody just engaged in the conversation and how the conversation flowed. I like that. I always say all the time, so like it always makes for a good conversation when there's at least 3 people or more, because it's like it's your opinion, my opinion, and then there's someone else's opinion as well. You feel me?
Yeah, you need a middle ground.
Sometimes you need that middle ground, and that's why when it's you and I, if they notice, we like to interact with the viewers. Because it just creates good conversation, and I just like the way it went. I just enjoyed it. So
let me give a quick shout outs to our YouTube viewership, our Facebook viewership.
Shout out to everybody viewing in. Tit, what up, bro? We got to get Tit McGriff on here too. He wants to come do. He wants us to be part of his thing.
But he's got to bring it. Yeah,
you got to bring it.
You got to bring it.
Yeah, Tit's definitely gonna bring it, man.
I'm blind, man. You know what's crazy?
That's why I got my glasses on.
I got my glasses on too, but there's certain things I'm like, oh, I don't need the glasses. I'm like getting old. I'm doing this, right? So I'm like watching this. I'm on the computer. Everything's going well. And then on my phone, I'm like, all right. So, what? Yeah. I might have to go LASIK, bro.
I was thinking that too. I would do it.
Yeah. I know a couple people who have done it. So,
so
where you want to go, man? Where you want to go? I know
we got some good stuff to talk about. Let's go there. Go ahead. Let's go, man.
All right. First of all, I want to give a big shout outs to this guy.
Yes.
Happy birthday, boy.
Happy birthday to Peasy, bro. What up, Peasy? Happy birthday, family.
Him, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on his Popeye's chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Peasy's out in Vegas right now.
Yeah, he is. He's
out
living
in Vegas.
the life.
He's cool. And we see you, Pimp. We see you, Pimp. Yeah, see him out there with Wifey, too.
Oh, he's out there? Oh, okay.
Out there with Wifey, too.
Nice. Congratulations. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully he used the soap that he got out here with the candles.
Oh, yeah,
man. He brought that with him, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the
I've been using the soap, yo.
How is it?
Phenomenal.
I didn't get to use it yet.
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Good.
I definitely like it.
Caught you in a pretty dope smile, though. You was just like,
I saw that. That shit's good, man. It's good. I like it.
That's what's up. What's up.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. So, you know, this week is kind of crazy. Crazy from the perspective of, I don't know. Where you want to go? Homicide? You want to go money? NFL? Where you want to go this week, man?
Let's go into the NFL thing, because I think once we get to the cap situation, it will lead us into the conversation we were just having.
I agree. All right, so let's.
You know what I mean?
For those that have been hiding or behind a rock, or internet's not working, and you haven't been to a friend's house that will allow you to use their Wi-Fi, my boy Jay-Z decided to team up with the NFL and team up by creating a joint venture. Of which we still, to this day, don't know the specifics.
Yeah, we
don't.
Which
annoys the shit out of me, because people are going off on a random tangent, like, yo, blah, blah, and it's like, how are you coming up with these ideas when you have no idea what the deal is about?
Right. And I hate that. I really do, yo. I hate that, because this is what I'm seeing in a lot of this entire situation right here.
There's
a whole bunch of people talking about things that aren't even facts.
Okay.
It's just their feelings.
Okay.
And then they're like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Y'all sitting there like this. This is how I feel. I don't care.
Like a little 5-year-old.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, where did you get this information from, yo?
Yeah.
Did you hear those words come out of Jay-Z's mouth? Did you hear anything? Do you have a link on that? What do you have?
Their cousins works for Rock.
And it's like, yeah, no, or just
Rock Nation.
Dog, it's the whole it really goes back to that shit I was telling you about with people in the whole it's that speak your truth. And that's what people I feel like is going off of, bro. Like, well, that's how I feel. Yep. That's my truth on the situation, and that's how and it's like, damn, so we're not going to involve no facts?
For what? Why are we involved when you could just say what's on your mind?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
easy.
So it's just, and we've been saying this the whole time. Feelings are more important than facts, bro. It's the world we live in right now, bro. Feelings are more important than facts. Nobody wants to hear the facts. Nobody. It's just, this is how I feel.
It's easier to say that.
And y'all got to stop that, yo.
No accountability.
Now, I'll let it slide for the younger generation.
How old?
Maybe
what's the cutoff?
Maybe like, I say maybe.
Did talk about this before.
Yeah, I say maybe early 20s. I'll let early 20s and under, they could do that. But once you get toward your late 20s, 30s, into your 40s, facts should be a part of your conversation.
100%.
And if you're not dealing in facts, don't talk to me, because I'm not trying to, because for real, because this is what happens.
Talk about it.
Before we get into this facts.
Talk about it.
This is what happens. People will take what you're saying way out of context, yo. Mm-hmm. You'll just be talking about one thing and they'll be like, so what you're saying is good, and you'll be like, nah, bro. I didn't say any of that. I simply just
truth?
Right, yeah.
I want it to be like this.
Yes, I simply just stated a fact.
That's crazy.
I didn't go any further than the fact. You feel me? And that's what's going on with the whole situation with a lot of people, bro.
You want to talk facts? Let's talk a little bit of facts. I found this to be very entertaining. I want to ask Facebook people on there, what do you think all of this hoopla, I'm going to call it hoopla, is all about? Right? Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I think it all started with Cap. Shout outs to Cap, I think. I don't even know anymore because we talked about this.
Hold on. Well, how about this, bro? We can say this because we said this on the podcast before, right?
Let's talk about it.
Even if you don't or know about Cap, right? Mm-hmm. It's still okay to support somebody even if you don't fully agree with them, dog. Let's 100%. Just put that out there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay. As long as people know that. Because I don't fully agree with everything Cap did and I got my view on it, but it doesn't mean I won't support the dude, man. Mm-hmm. So let's just, but go ahead, keep going with
But I'm going to go back to Cap.
Okay.
So I believe, and there's the stories are going to change, but facts are facts, especially when you read and people speak on it.
Or you do a little research?
Light research.
Okay.
Not headline.
Right. No,
not
research.
At the supermarket looking at the National Enquirer, which I like to do.
Right. Not an article that's just not an article that's just clickbait.
Oh,
the headline.
Oh, actually reading it.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, so we did that, right?
Okay.
So a few months ago when this started happening, let me first start off by first saying when Cap first knelt, I believe this was his final year on his contract before he was allowed to go into free agency.
Yes.
For those that are not into sports or NFL, all that means is that he had $14.9 million salary and bonus, but let's go, because the NFL is kind of tight, let's just say he was going to get $7 to $10 million in salary. And then the bonuses were touchdowns, yards, blah, 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 efficiency rate and all this stuff, right?
Okay.
So he decided to bet on himself.
Right.
That's cool.
Right. Okay, we agree right there. We agree.
So the facts are there. And for those that don't believe it, feel free. I can send the link for you guys to take a look. He said, nah, I don't need that 14.9. I believe I'm a starter.
Right.
I'm a starter.
And San Fran said no.
And they said, no, Cap, we're going to sit you down.
Right.
We know you brought us to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yes, you did lose a few years ago. But now,
okay.
we're going to go a different route for now.
Because these are the facts, right? We're talking facts. All right.
But we have a contract.
Just so people don't get mad and okay. We just talking facts. We have a
contract that says next year we owe you 14.9. And we talked about the difference. Cap said, nah.
I don't want it.
That's what's up.
Right.
That means he feels as though he deserves more money.
So for the record, Cap walked away. He didn't get fired. He walked away.
No, he did not get fired.
All right.
He walked away from 14.9.
Right,
we got to remember that number. But you know what? Instead of 14.9, because people are like, yo, he was going to have to crazy touchdowns. Let's just say 10.
Yeah, it's
a round number.
A round number, right.
Okay, so 10 mil. He walked away. He's like, nah, I'm going to go free agency. I want to do that. He goes to free agency. And he knelt. Create a little bit of stir. Like certain people like, whoa, wait a minute. Why is he doing all of that? This and that. And let's make it clear before I move forward. The NFL is a non-profit organization, 32 teams. 32 teams, 32. Right? And yes, they are owned by older white men or
majority
older.
Let's just say older white men because it's majority of them, right? I think there might be if someone's correct in what they said to me.
Maybe there's a female out there.
I think there's
the Roonies, which is Pittsburgh. The husband died, so now it's the older white woman.
Okay.
But it's Caucasian people that are older.
Okay.
Old money that bought these teams or made an investment, and now they're very profitable.
Right.
Of which they get at least $36+ million each team. I think it's more because of TV contracts.
Yeah.
So you guys get it. Cap knelt. 49ers like, what are you doing? Other teams like, what are you doing? They can't really do anything because he's not really like breaking the law or anything. But then he's like, you know what? I'm out of here. Forget the $10 million. Touchdown Patriots. Forget the $1 million or $10 million. I'm going to go elsewhere because someone's going to pay me. Okay.
Right.
He took a chance.
Okay.
Guess what happened? Or guess what didn't happen?
Nobody signed him.
Nobody signed him.
Right.
Now, is it fair to say that maybe he was blackballed? Maybe all these 32 older white guys were like, and female, was like, hey, listen, we're not hiring that. We don't want our quarterback to be on the line, like having everybody kneel for a cause that's not. Let me not say what I was going to say. I was going to say for a cause that doesn't mean anything to them because I don't know them. Right. So that would be.
Right, let's not speculate.
I don't want to speculate, and I think that would be very irresponsible of me to say such things. Right. But all of these are assumptions.
Right.
Fair to assume he was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get a contract. He didn't get a contract.
He didn't.
Maybe it had something to do with him not being able to lead a team. And shit, maybe it has something to do with him kneeling.
Right,
and
right.
Like,
now let me say,
we don't want all of that on the team.
I will say that definitely, it would be naive of us to sit up here and say.
I'm going to say stupid.
Right. Okay, yeah, it would be stupid. It would probably be a blatant denial of like honest reality.
Yeah.
Let's not act like him kneeling didn't play a factor in him not getting hired on a team because it surely did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the issue. When you're not starter material and you're going to ride the bench, you sitting on a team with that much controversy coming with you is nothing but a distraction to that team.
It's not a good mix.
Okay? And it takes away from the objective of winning. So people are like, he's gonna ride the bench, right? Well, I'm not saying this is true, but I'm saying like if I was right, if why is this not possible, right? Okay, he's really not starter material, even though he thinks he is.
Yeah, which is okay.
Right, that's fine. Yep. And some people may think he is, but many people think he's not.
Right.
He's really not starter material.
Right.
He's going to ride the bench, and he's got a lot of controversy coming with him. What's going to happen? That's going to have a bunch of media in the faces of not just him, but all the other players now.
100%.
Hey, how do you feel about this? Yep. How do you feel about Kaepernick? Blah, everything's going to be about this now instead of the game of football and winning, bro. And so a lot of people may have been like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. I don't want that on the team.
And is it fair to say that maybe if he was like a Le'Veon Bell, someone that regardless of him practicing, he's just a superstar that can, let's just say he was like I don't want to say Tom Brady, but someone that could just really affect the game.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, his stats weren't that bad. There's a lot of scrubs out there that got. Yeah, but here's the thing.
But, dude, his stats weren't that great,
if you're a backup quarterback.
He had 12,000 yards passing in 6 years.
I don't even want to say that. I don't want to do that because then we're going to be.
I know, I'm just saying, like,
sports, right?
Right, but.
It's, at the end of the day, this is still a business that people have to conduct, right? In Facebook, YouTube, this is what we have to live with. Reality, right? And the reality is that people that watch television, there's a few racist people out there.
Oh, are there? Of course.
There's some organizations that really don't like him kneeling.
Right.
I'm sure the phones were calling like, hey, what's going on?
Right.
Like Papa John.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this guy doing?
Right.
Take care of that. Handle that. It's messing up the business, right? Yeah. So they were like, you know what? Maybe I don't want him on the team. Mm-hmm. Is that a right thing to do? Is it I don't know. I guess you got to take a little bit of the business side of it, take your morals, and kind of go with it. Mm-hmm. But let's fast forward, all right?
All right.
So we agree that he didn't get fired.
No.
We agree that, because of facts, that he opted out to go to free agency. We agree that he's probably getting blackballed to an extent because of what he brings. Right. Plus, he's not necessarily a game changer, starter, material kind of quarterback.
Yes.
Fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue to move forward because I believe, I don't know what
I just have one question. I just have one question.
You did mention something.
I did. Well, I had one question like I tell people, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if we took Cam Newton and put him in the position that Colin Kaepernick is in, right? Do you think Cam Newton wouldn't be on a team right now?
I think Cam Newton would be playing.
I do too. Okay, that's just what I'm saying. I do too.
And what he does.
No, I do too because
presence,
yes, dog. Yes, dog. Because he's starting material, bro. He's starting material.
So we are same thing.
All right.
But you know what? We're gonna leave that part out simply because people will still bring up stats and say, "Oh, but look at this quarterback." Again, look at the backup role person,
right?
And
that's what we're saying.
They bring.
Right.
Some people shut the hell up.
Is Cap better than a good amount of backups right now? Yeah, yo.
100%.
Yeah. The problem is the controversy that comes with it, dog. Like, it's unfortunate, but when you're a bench rider right now in your career, right? He wasn't always one.
Joshua,
right.
I know a lot of sport. I'm trying to create.
Lisa, I said y'all don't know you know sport, dog. Right?
Listen, fam,
bro. Like, this is crazy.
This is my world. I'm trying to tell you.
Like, dog. Look, we all know the truth about Cap. He did good his first couple years till they figured him out and forced him to use his arm, and his accuracy was off, dog. His stats dropped, all of that, bro. He didn't perform the way he performed when he first entered the NFL. Anybody that knows sports knows that, dog. He did great his first couple years. Once they figured him out and shut down his scramble, bro, he was forced to rely on his arm, and every analyst and sports person knows his accuracy was off, dog, and his stats dropped. That's a fact. Those are facts, okay? So once again, when you're not a starter in your career at the moment and you have this size and this amount of controversy coming with you, it's not a good look.
And it's called game planning.
It's not a good look, bro. Whether people want to accept that or not, it's not a good look.
But let's move forward about a conversation that we had. I believe you're like, yo, I don't understand. I don't know this guy's views. I don't know when he started to kneel.
Yes.
When did he start to kneel?
Right. This is what I've said from the very beginning, bro.
Okay.
Right? From the very beginning.
Cue that little video. You want to go there?
Yeah, we could cue it because it's funny that I said this before this video popped up, but it's good that other people agreed. I said...
And people that we could say know the game.
Know the game,
okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I've always said from the very beginning when he kneeled, I said, yo, you know what I find convenient is the timing. The timing he chose to kneel, bro. It was literally at the end of his contract when he wanted it to be renewed and he found out that he was not being a starter anymore and he wasn't going to get that starting type of pay that he thought he was going to get, and now he's kneeling. I always found that to be suspicious, yo. And I've been vocal about it from day one. So we could, but go ahead, play the video.
Let me get to let's keep talking about it because I got to get the video.
Okay. Yeah, I was vocal about that from day one, bro. I found that to be a little suspicious. And some people were like, nah, Nyce. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. It just seems to be really convenient that nobody was talking about him anymore. He's on the bench. And now he's sitting on the sidelines, kneeling with a big afro coming off. And now you're hearing like he's some protesting revolutionary type of brother. And I'm like, now, where was he when things were really going on? And this could have.
You put that on your page, right?
Yeah,
right,
the link.
I'm gonna look for. I got that. I'm gonna look for it. Keep.
Okay, yeah, it's on my page. Like I said, man, I just found all of that to be a little suspicious, man. And I compared him to someone like Ali because I said, if you want to look at someone like Ali, you can see that Ali was always speaking about injustices, right? He always spoke about the injustices of black people in America, yo. From the beginning, bro, he was always like that. When he wasn't even on his rise up to when he got to the top and when it was time for him to show how much he really believed in what he stood for. The man had his belt stripped from him and went to prison. You understand?
Now, hold on. You brought up something which I almost forgot. Didn't he get paid?
Cap?
Didn't he settle?
Yeah. And this is what I said. And I said on the show that, yo, I felt like Cap, number one, if anybody wants, you can find the episode. I said if he was given the right amount of money, I think he would compromise his integrity and he would shut up and go away. I said that and he did it. And I also said that if it was someone like Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali would never do that. He would expose them for who he claims them to be because his integrity is worth more than that.
I agree.
And bang, what do you know? Like I said, a few weeks later, what did we hear? Colin Kaepernick settled out for $10 million after he got a big payday from Nike. He didn't even need the bread like that, bro. He didn't even need the bread like that, bro.
Or maybe he did.
Or was it about money the whole time?
I don't want to say that because then that's making.
I'm saying, all right, but I mean, it's just like you can look at things from so many different angles, and it's like like you said, I don't want to say it was about money the whole time, but like I said, he got a big payday from Nike, bro, and I don't understand why he settled out when he did not have to settle out, bro. He didn't have to do it, and I think I find it pretty convenient that I said he would settle out if given the right amount of money, and he did. It is what it is. Like, again, he did.
I just want to go back just to the facts, if that's okay.
Right.
The facts is showing he said, all right, he started to kneel. He was with the 49ers. Yes. Did the 49ers, I want to answer some questions on Facebook because I don't want people thinking like I'm running away just because I'm looking for this video. I'm going to take a second and not look at the video just so I can answer these questions.
I got the video. I'll send it to the chat right now.
Okay. So now, the question is, was he pushed out? Was he pushed out?
Right.
Out of San Fran? Maybe, maybe not. All I do know is that it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
Were they pushing him out for business? Yes. Were they pushing him out for the business of saying, hey, listen, you know what? We don't need this noise here? Probably. Or was it like, hey, it'd be nice if maybe we had a different backup quarterback because we're not going with the asset or the type of style of quarterbacking that you can provide? These are the little things I think we all need to just ask.
It is the things we need to ask, bro. That's exactly what we need to ask. And that's why people need to be more honest. Because
let's see
what I sent that to the Gmail.
Okay,
I found
so
the
we
video
saying,
I sent
okay,
to you.
okay, hold on. Okay, I see where you sent it. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, I was like, I was trying to find that
some
video.
of the questions while I cue this up. Because, again, I think this is very telling.
Shout out to Tip McGriff for always showing love, bro. That's why we definitely show that love back, bro. We're going to have you on here, and we definitely got to sit down and link up with him so he can do what.
Make this, bit bigger here.
He said Ali was the champion. People loved him. Of course, they loved Ali because he was a genuine person, bro.
All right, so we're about to go. I got this video that Nyce just sent me. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, man. I'm gonna start it up right now. Tell me what you think.
Position, you know this. This is the leverage game now. Wherever you go, you ain't gonna get as much, right? This be real.
If you opted out, more than likely.
Right.
Yes.
So, but then he went on the open market and was expecting starting quarterback money. So that's where I think the first misplay was. Now, the intel told me during the moments when he was protesting at first and nobody knew, it wasn't a protest for the cause. Initially, it was, that's how y'all gonna play y'all franchise quarterback? I'm sitting on the bench during pregame. And then that turned into a couple of weeks. Finally, someone said, what are you doing on the bench during the pregame?
I'm gonna pull that back.
Anthem?
I'm gonna pull that back.
If you really had him, why didn't you get him? And that's the only question I have is, if you had him, why didn't you get him? Or you didn't have him,
because it was about money. Yes.
So now you're in a position, you know this. This is the leverage game now. Wherever you go, you ain't gonna get as much, right? This be real.
Money.
If you opted out, more than likely.
Right.
Yes.
So, but then he went on the open market and was expecting starting quarterback money. So that's where I think the first misplay was. Now, the intel told me during the moments when he was protesting at first and nobody knew, it wasn't a protest for the cause. Initially, it was, that's how y'all gonna play y'all franchise quarterback? I'm sitting on the bench during pregame.
Money,
and it wasn't for the cause. And I actually believe that because, let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
Has Colin Kaepernick always been the type of individual that he's portraying himself to be now, this revolutionary type of brother, activist type of brother? Like, has he always been the afro out type of brother? Was he like that?
I'm going to say I don't know, but that brother that has people that plays
knows
with him,
in the league, right? Now, I'm not saying that people can't become educated. No, I'm not saying people can't become educated and become what people call woke, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that's not possible. But I'm saying when you look at this specific situation here and everything adding up to it, I'm like, nah, I'm not sold on his persona, bro. I never was.
Ali gave up his belt.
So I'm saying I never was sold, bro. Like, it just, I'm sorry, I was just never sold on his persona.
It sucks that we gotta be cynics like that, right? But
I just wasn't sold on it.
But it's starting to kind of play out.
It's kind of, yeah.
It's playing out that way.
It is.
And, you know, again, let's move on from that. Because I think time is going to continue to tell.
I think time will tell.
Let me just say this. Nessa, is that his fiance?
Yeah, Nessa, yeah.
Okay.
His girl, fiance, I don't know. I know
she gotta just sit there. She gotta sit back.
I respect she defends her man. I respect it, but dude, you talk more than he does.
You're making more problems, and you're kind of making him look worse than
what he is. Right.
She needs to let the publicist do his job. Their job. Yeah. I don't know. It's a female man.
I agree.
But I think that's what needs to happen right there.
I agree.
Now, let's go on, because we were talking about the narrative of people already having this idea of, before, when Jay-Z announced it, he automatically sent everyone a link of the contract between him and the NFL.
Right.
I want to talk about that. Because to me, I think that's foolish. What I think is foolish is this. How do you know? How do you and I know? We can continue to guess. We can only look at how he moves. We can look at past history. We can put things together. And I'd love to know what feel free to chime in and let us know what Facebook is saying.
Tip said, do you think Jay-Z has the right or power to say we're past nailing, seeing people around the world are still nailing?
Thank you for asking that question.
Okay.
Hold on. I need a little TV time, if that's all right.
Bet.
When Jay-Z said we are past kneeling, I don't think he said,
stop kneeling.
Dear black people, I think we should all stop kneeling.
Right.
I think we're better than this.
Right.
I think he was just saying, hey, we're kind of past
It's done its job.
How many times can you continue to repeat the same rhetoric? Yeah. Aren't we supposed to say, hey, listen, we've identified an issue.
It did its job.
And now let's continue.
Now we're on.
Let's
So we got.
forward.
Now we got to move forward. Right?
Now I'm just going to assume here that the NFL was like, wow, this dude Jay-Z told us to fuck off. His wife told us to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Ratings took a low hit. We brought Maroon 5. No one was really feeling it. It looks like we do need this black culture. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming, guys. I'm not saying that's what's happening. This is looking from the outside because I don't know anybody. And they're like, you know what? Let's bring this guy Jay-Z in. Not only does it play a PR role, but shit, he runs Rock Nation, who
has been involved with athletes in 2013.
We'll talk about that list. Remember the list, because he has a list of what Jay-Z has done. Because a lot of people are like, what's Jay-Z done for us?
Yeah, we'll talk facts.
We'll talk about that. But they played a little PR with Jay-Z, and they're like, oh, guess what? He actually represents a lot of our players that go to him for sports management and financial management.
Right.
And Jay-Z has a bunch of artists that maybe there's a business deal to be had here.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not a fool. I know that Jay-Z is trying to make a business move. He's trying to handle his BI. But at the same time, he knows what's up.
Right.
I'm sure there was I'm assuming something in the mix of like, all right, Roger, or NFL, for me to come on here, I think we need to do this, 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 and this. Again, I'm assuming. But they're not going to lay it out.
No.
They're not going to automatically happen overnight. You're not going to see all of this stuff just come to fruition. Right. Let it happen.
Yes.
Let's slow down. Why are we such in a rush to make everything happen? Mm-hmm. He doesn't know the intricacies of what's going on in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's going to have ideas and be like, hey, listen, Jay, this can't happen because we got this and this and this and this happening. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it does make sense to kind of team up with the NFL.
Right.
Because like I said, or like we said before, he manages a lot of players.
Right.
And not only that, why not be in the forefront of saying, hey, a lot of artists got my back. I have title. Well, a lot of artists are signed to this. Mm-hmm. If you want access to this type of music that you play in your stadiums, because let's not get it twisted. I'm sure you could go to the most, let's say we go to Texas or wherever. They're playing hip-hop all over the stadiums.
Number one genre.
Okay, so, like, come on, man. Let's open our eyes. I think we as people need to just slow down.
Slow down.
Like,
Stop. Right.
What is the rush?
Well, I mean, slow down in general because the whole thing with just assuming every little thing is just getting out of control. People were just assuming that Jay-Z did some sucker shit. And I'm like, well, all right, why'd he do some sucker shit? Oh, he told people not to perform for the Super Bowl. He was telling artists not to support. I'm like, well, what artist did he tell? Oh, he told Travis Scott. So artist, not artists, plural.
Singular.
You have one artist. And what did he tell that artist? Oh, he told him not to perform. Okay, hold on. Let me research that.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got Jay-Z's talking about that. What did he say? So I'm looking at it. Oh, no, that's not what Jay-Z said at all. He said he told Travis Scott not to perform, not because to take a stance boycotting the NFL. He said, I told him not to perform because they weren't giving him the right amount of stage time that he should have got. So I told him don't do that.
That's different.
And if you understand music and you understand that hip hop is the number one genre, then that was a right thing to say. Why are you going to let Adam Levine get more stage time when his genre of music isn't the music the people want to hear?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could
Sounds
see Jay-Z. Now, once again, it's assuming, but you're saying from a business perspective, I could understand him telling him, don't do it for that reason.
Yeah.
I could understand that. So where did the whole thing come? Well, he's telling people to boycott the NFL. That's not true.
I haven't heard him say that.
He didn't say that. Okay. And then you have the other shit. Oh, he told Jermaine Dupri not to do business with the NFL, not to take the deal that he was supposed to take. And then he goes and signs a deal with the NFL. That's some sucker shit. That's some hypocrite shit. I'm like, really? Let me research that one.
Again, you and the research.
Researched it again. What did I find? Someone hit me with a link. Oh, Funk Flex said that he confirmed that Jay-Z told him, fuck what Funk Flex said. Let's see what I find. Up. Let's hear what Jermaine Dupri has to say on it.
The actual guy?
Right.
Oh,
Jermaine Dupri's on the Big Tigger show, and he says out his mouth, yo, Jay never told me not to take that deal. That's not what he told me.
Wait, hold on. I was watching the Patriots. I got lost. So you're saying that the person that everyone is like, yo, I know the deal that Jermaine Dupri got played by Jay-Z.
Yes.
So that guy came on, had it on an interview on the radio.
On the Big Tigger show.
And said,
yo, let me clarify this. Yes, I had a conversation with Jay-Z. No, he never told me not to take that deal. Period, bro. So those are the words out his mouth.
With that being said,
like,
does that mean we could just erase that bullshit we just heard from before?
We should.
Okay, we should.
We should.
But you know what? I bet you Illuminati visited Jermaine Dupri. It was like, you need to shut your mouth and ride.
Yeah,
I probably just created a narrative by saying that fuckery. We haven't even heard that yet.
No.
You know what I mean? But let me ask you this, Nyce, right? Okay? So you and I were partners with the GMS podcast.
Right.
And I come to you and you're like, yo, you come to me, you're like, Cliff, yo, I got an offer to do this, this, and the third. And I'm like, I pull you to the side. I'm like, nah, don't do that.
Right.
I got something on the back. I'm working on the back burner. It's going to be bigger than that.
Right.
A week later, boom, something bigger happens and kind of facilitates what you were talking about through another channel. Mm-hmm. Don't you think Jay-Z being a billionaire has done multiple types of businesses that maybe, just maybe, he might have made a call and be like, hey, listen, Cap, this is what's going on. Right. I'm still down with your cause, but this is happening. Right. Or maybe, just maybe, he might have said, hey, Jermaine, I heard this is going on.
Right.
Do me a favor. I'll owe you one. Don't take that deal. And if it does come out, say that you didn't, because we don't want to be pitted against us. Right. But understand that when I do this music thing, you're first in line since you didn't get that little bag that they were trying to say to you. Mm-hmm. You don't think there's business dealings that be happening like that?
Of course there could be business dealings like that, bro.
Business?
Right, of course there could, bro.
Okay.
They could be on their own page doing all of that, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to clarify these bullshit. Like, here's the last one I want to clarify, bro, because I heard this. Oh, Jay-Z lied and said he talked to Kaepernick. He ain't never talked to Kaepernick. Nessa said they ain't never talked. Fuck Nessa.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking you, who's Nessa?
Right, like, because then it came out that they did have a conversation. Like, it came out, they did have a conversation, bro. So it's like, dog, once again, and this is what you just said, right? Now that we know the facts are out there, can we just forget the other narrative? No. You know why? Because there's going to be people that's going to do exactly what I said earlier. They're going to fold their fucking hands, bro, and they're going to go like this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like this. This how it is. This is what it is right here. Nah, he a sucker. Y'all bugging. Y'all just can't see it for what it really is. Blah, 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 blah. And this is what we're going to deal with, dog. Yeah. This is what we're going to deal with. We're not dealing with facts.
I honestly, shout outs to my boy.
Who then?
Michael Bennett. Welcome to the team, fam.
Right.
Sorry, guys. You know what I mean? But listen, this gives us, like, things to talk about.
This is what I'm saying.
It just shows you, I don't want to say simple-minded, but it just shows you how easily you can manipulate people by putting a few little words.
Yes, bro.
Or people never have had the opportunity to do type of different business ventures or different moves to understand, hey, I might not want to move like this.
Right.
There's no need for Jay-Z to come out and say a whole bunch of stuff. He knows what it is.
Right.
You know what? Can I be the first one? I want to say this first. For all my Patriot fans, I want you all to think of this, and I hope to be the first to say this. I'm supposed to be linking up with my boy Junior Rodigan. We're going to be doing a podcast on sports, halftime show called The Pulse. I think Gerard Mayo, who is the New England Patriots defensive coordinator, because Bill Belichick's son is also helping out on the defense. He works more so with the cornerbacks. But I'm saying this. I think Jay-Z, since everyone's coming up with ideas, I heard this because I talked to Jigga.
Right.
I was like, yo, Jigga, you really taking that that deal? He's like, yeah. I said, yeah? Yeah. And he goes, but I go, hold on. So who helped you with it? He's like, Bob. I said, who's Bob? Oh, y'all call him Mr. Kraft. I said, oh, word? The dude Meek Mill's boy. Yeah.
Gucci Man.
Meek.
Gucci Man people,
Gucci's
right? Okay,
boy.
yeah.
Oh, me and Milk, me and Meek, we did a little deal. He got his own label thing. We gonna talk about that. And then he started rapping. I was like, yo, ho, don't be dropping some bars.
I don't need no bars right now.
Just talk to me. He's like, all right. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, listen, before I took the deal, I said, you got to have some black people over there. And he was like, but Coach Belichick ain't going nowhere. Yeah, but have someone in the pipeline. Weird enough, Gerard Mayo, who just left a nice cushy gig on Quick Slants and BST, which is Boston Sports Television Network, which I watch, 852, is now decided to go back into coaching. And they gave him a gig helping coach the defense. He's making calls. I think he's going to be the coach.
Yeah, when Belichick.
And I think y'all heard it here first on the GMS podcast because we made a couple calls.
Yeah, we didn't predict a couple things, though.
Couple calls, and I'm here to tell you, I think Gerard Mayo is going to be next coach, and that's part of the plan for the NFL. And now it's Bob Kraft. Like, right. You know what? Let me play my PR guy, PR role by someone got hurt, and it doesn't look good. Let's do this, and I think Jay-Z finagled it. Yeah, y'all can say your boy B.I. told you this.
Yeah, but you know let's get to this, man, and stop calling Jay-Z a sellout. Because
how's he selling out?
I just don't even listen, man. It's just that's just crazy, man. That's a problem with a lot of people that turn their back on someone as soon as they don't like one thing they do. All of a sudden, you just turn your back on them and you crucify them. It's not cool. Y'all got to stop doing that. But I got a list of things that Jay-Z has done.
Before you give the list, isn't that some ass backwards shit to do if a black man or a person doing big things? Y'all was just recently celebrating this man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Isn't he the same guy that was talking about crabs in the barrel, trying to pull others, knowing that when he's down, when he's up, he going to pull people up?
Yes.
Didn't he pull Meek up?
Bro, everyone was just praising Hov last week, bro. And I don't mean like literally, though. Everybody love Hov. And now all of a sudden, you got people trying to bash him.
Come on, man.
Like he doesn't. And I don't like we saw on the other video, right? Let's understand this, bro. Cap was nowhere doing any activist shit back when there was this movement, Black Lives Matter started, and there was attention being brought to unarmed black men being shot or police brutality in general. Cap was nowhere speaking on nothing. Nothing. He was nowhere speaking on nothing. You know what he was doing? Playing football. That's what he was doing. So, you know what Hov was doing? I'm going to tell you what Hov was doing, all right? I'm going to read off a list of things that Hov was doing. Since people think that Hov's a sellout and think that maybe Colin Kaepernick should be the face of oppression when he's never been oppressed a day in his life. But let's just let me show you what Hov has done, all right?
Let's talk about it.
Jay-Z over the past few years paid for the funerals of black homicide victims, gave millions of dollars in full-ride college scholarships to black students, bailed black fathers out of jail so they could be with their families on Father's Day, covered the legal fees for 21 Savage to be released from ICE, paid millions in legal fees for Meek Mill, allowing Meek to continue to provide for his family and support his community, created the Reform Alliance, which aims to advance criminal justice reform and to eliminate outdated laws that result in extreme sentences for black males, bailed dozens of Baltimore and Ferguson protesters out of jail, produced the award-winning Khalif Browder documentary in efforts to bring global attention to the corrupt justice system in America, produced a Trayvon Martin documentary to highlight how black males are often profiled in America, provided Brooklyn Nets players with I Can't Breathe t-shirts prior to a nationally televised game to support the family of Eric Gardner, spent millions to build fresh water pipelines in Africa for African families who had no access to clean drinking water.
Water's real.
But he decides to become the partner the part owner of an NFL team and partner with the NFL to gain access to hundreds of millions of dollars that will support his mission of addressing social injustice and prison reform, and people are calling him a sellout.
Sounds like a sellout to me, Nyce.
Sounds like a sellout to me.
Yo, goddamn.
Sounds like Samuel L. Jackson and Django to me.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more of an accurate description of Samuel L. Jackson and Django.
He's talking about, hey, master, them slaves, they know how to
right?
read. Son.
Gotta be, right? That's the most.
That's crazy.
If that's the, I mean, geez, he might as well have played that role. Come on, dog.
But
Where
then,
are we at?
You know
dog?
what's funny?
Where are we at?
The
dog?
people that are probably like, yo, Nyce, how come y'all ain't talking about what Dame Dash said? They were never cool.
Never.
It was a business move. And if we really got to talk about it, Jay-Z helped Dame Dash out. Not once, but twice.
Right.
Taxes. Stop.
Bro, nobody, if dudes really even know the story behind that, like we were discussing earlier, Jay didn't even want to do business with Dame.
Talk about it.
Irv Gotti had to get that together, bro, because everybody knows, like Irv Gotti said, Brooklyn and Harlem dudes don't like each other, and they damn sure didn't want to do business together. So that was strictly business the whole time.
History.
That was it, bro. It was business, bro.
Do the
That's
homework.
all that was about.
Do the homework.
Kid, people
man.
talking about Dame said this. Look, man, Dame walked away from that deal with $30 million.
He all right.
Know what I mean?
He all right. But yet people are concerned about Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't even want to hear that, man.
Like,
I ain't
y'all ain't got priorities, son.
Yeah,
Word
I
up.
don't even want to hear that.
But
man.
all of that, again, man, I just got to laugh at just the people, the narratives, that people are just so quick to just break others down.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't
like,
get it
I
either,
truly
dog.
don't get it.
I don't
Like,
even
what
get it
else
either.
does this man need to do?
I don't
You know?
Dog,
I
don't know what else he needs to do.
Come on, man.
I heard people say something like, Master P said, oh, we need to create our own football league. Bro, do you know the history of people trying to create their own league? There's
Vince
been like...
McMahon is trying it again.
Yeah, dog. There's already been other
And it
leagues, bro.
fails.
They all failed
Yeah.
miserably.
Yeah.
Trump, when there was a league, Trump tried to buy a team in the other league, and
Yeah.
the league failed
XFL,
miserably, bro.
That's about to start again. If y'all
know?
want to watch XFL players, by all means,
Go
right
for
ahead,
it.
man.
Right.
You know what? I think it's so. I
There's
think it's
other
pretty
leagues,
cool.
too. Look at the Canada League, the Canadian League. How
And
many
I'm
people
Canadian.
watch it,
I
bro?
don't watch that shit.
Nobody.
I don't watch it.
And you know what else I get, too? This is what people say. Oh, yo, the league is racist and all of that. Yo, they didn't let Trump buy a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump tried to buy the Patriots. How many people know that?
Yeah.
Trump tried to buy the Buffalo Bills. How many people know that?
Yeah.
Guess what? They ain't let Trump buy that team.
Did you hear that Trump is trying to buy, was it Greenland?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
They're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They're not. At the end of the
They
day,
only
bro.
got like 50,000 people over there.
And you see, look, now they letting, possibly from what they're saying, he hasn't done it yet.
What's that?
But they're letting Jay-Z get part ownership of a team.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't like, hey, I just want to do the music.
Right, of course,
Come
yo.
on, man.
You know Hov.
And then, you know what? Then the people that are sour, and I call y'all sour.
They are
it's like,
sour.
yo,
Call it what
Jay-Z
it is,
only
man.
owned 3% of the Nets. Okay.
And
Yo.
50 only owned
Hey.
how much percent of that vitamin water and sold
man.
it for what? And made $400 million off of it?
people are stupid.
Yeah, so I guess a little percentage means nothing.
People are
It's
stupid, yo.
business, dog. It's
People are-
business
I'm
wise.
gonna just
This
say,
is the
there's
thing,
a
though.
lot of stupidity out
Like it's
there.
crazy.
And that's why I'm in favor of people taking a little more taxes from me to give education to those that don't have any kind of sense. Because, man, we got to create a level playing field.
Yeah, dog.
Because there's some people getting real stupid. And it's like there's a disconnect happening with people, man. And this is why we have this platform, just to have communications amongst each other and just kind of put things in the air on some grown man shit. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
forget your feelings. Put your ego on the side.
man.
Forget
Move
the
them
evil
feelings to
E.
the side,
Let's
bro.
talk about facts.
Move them feelings to the side,
That's
bro.
crazy, man.
And that's why a lot of the subjects are tough to talk about because
Denmark, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Greenland, Denmark.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
He said no.
said
Yo,
no.
that dude's a fun, and that's what I told people, and I'm gonna give it to you. There's for people that don't know the history, there if you go to Puerto Rico, there's a section called La Perla, right? And that is where the first settlers settled. It's when you go there, it is hood. Mm-hmm. It's one way in, one way out. I looked down. I wanted to go. I got shook. I didn't go. And each Uber person was like, don't go to La Perla. They live there, and they're like, don't go there. Funny story. I think it was 2009. Trump wanted to buy this area in La Perla, and they said the same thing. The hell out of here. We're not moving. they were like, yo, we'll pay you to settle in other locations in Puerto Rico. And they were like, yeah, no, this is where our ancestors were here. It's not great. Boom. Now, fair enough. Electricity starts going down. Crime rate goes in. Drug gets in. And people are like, yo, where did this come from? Again, I'm assuming maybe Donald had something to do with it. And maybe Donald was still a little sore, and that's why he didn't give the people of Puerto Rico, Americans, that people forget. They're like, that's another country. No, it's America. But didn't help Puerto Rico. This is what this man does, man. He tries to buy, and then if you scorn him, he's like, all right, I'll remember that, and when I can, I'll burn you back. I went off on a tangent, but I want y'all to know that little bit of history, man. So,
yeah, it's tough, though.
Yeah. I have not seen the Wu-Tang Clan documentary. How is it?
It's on. I think it's
Have you
on
seen it?
Netflix. Nah, I didn't watch it.
Me neither.
I'm caught up almost all the way on Power, though.
Welcome.
I'm on season 5, episode 3 right now.
Yeah, hurry up.
And
Sunday
I'm gonna
is
keep
when it
this.
goes
Yeah,
down.
I'll be up. I'll be caught
Are
up.
you?
Trust me.
Yeah?
I'll be caught up. I'll be caught up.
Sleep deprivation?
Dog, I'm telling you. I'm banging him out, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm banging him out.
Is Kanan still your boy?
Kanan's my guy.
You still?
Yeah, Kanan's
Okay.
my guy.
What season you in?
Season 5.
Oh, okay.
Kanan's
okay.
my guy.
Okay.
I don't care. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my guy. People like, yo, you like Kanan? Yeah, man. I like Kanan. Man.
Man, you
That's
got
my
beef
guy.
with little man, little homie. What's his name?
Yeah, Tyreek.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I continue to say what the fuck every scene he's in.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? What this? He gets me, yo. He asked Natalie. I be, yo, ah. She just be sitting there laughing,
Yeah.
but she gets mad too, though. And I'm like, yo, we sitting there. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like,
What is wrong with him?
telling you, man.
It's crazy. I bet you if people seen him on the street will be like,
Yo,
like,
what's wrong with
angry
you, though?
him.
I know.
There's
What's wrong
one
with
person I'll tell you to this day. I think if I seen it, I might. I don't know what I would do, but I hate her. Is the lady who killed Selena? This little old lady, Jennifer Lopez plays Selena. This
you?
little
Oh, yeah, the old lady that killed Selena.
Why, yo?
Right.
Like
It's kinda like,
I feel
yo.
like she really did it.
Yo, it's kind of like it's like Lawrence Fishburne and What's Love Got to Do with it. Everyone think he's
Yeah.
Ike. Everyone thinks he's
is
Ike,
Ike.
bro.
He is.
He played that role too good,
Too
bro.
well.
I say, yo, you
I
played
think
that
he
too
really
good.
played
I
that.
think he was beating bitches.
Yeah.
think he was-
Yeah. He was like,
I think he
I
was
don't need
beating
to do
bitches, bro.
research.
Right.
I'm ready now.
Oh, so you said what, Smacker? All right, so Ike, what we gonna need you to do is,
Yeah.
don't worry, I got this.
I got this. And when we say cut means cut.
Right. So you
Who's
don't want me
free
to
now?
You don't want me to
The
cut
lady
the
who
bitch.
killed Selena?
Oh yeah.
Hold
She's
on.
free now.
Joshua is giving some intel here, man.
I
I
didn't know
need
she was
faster
free.
response, man, because I'm angry.
I know. I didn't know she was free either.
That's crazy.
I didn't know she was
man.
free. I did not know that.
And to this day, I'll be watching that shit. But I don't know. Y'all
Nah, I
can
don't.
laugh, but I'm still angry at this lady.
Yo, you finished? I finished first season of City on the Hill. That was tough.
You done?
That was tough.
I bailed shit for
Oh
a second.
man, dude's brother is a certified rat piece of shit, bro. Woo! I can't even. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh
you
man.
angry?
Oh man.
So you think they're gonna be all right?
Hell
You think the show's
no.
gonna be? No.
Oh, the show? Yeah,
show
the show's gonna be all
It's not
right.
gonna be like one season and they pull the plug.
I mean, I can't. I don't think so. I hope not.
Yeah.
But it's like right now, it's like I'm like, oh shit, now where's this gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it left me like, cause I ain't really think that was gonna happen.
Okay.
So it happened, and I'm kind of like, all right,
All right.
where we go from here?
All right. I got. Yo, there's this other joint called I think Snowflake. I heard that's really.
Yeah,
good,
dudes was
too.
telling me to watch that too. Snowfall or something. Is that what it's
Snowfall,
called? Yeah, they told me to
That's
watch
gonna
that
be
too.
Cool, man.
I'm gonna watch that.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna definitely watch that, man.
But we gonna do that. All right. So let me ask you a question. Did you get to? I'm gonna go music a little bit. Did you get to watch the Joe Budden podcast with Nikki?
Yeah, I did.
What's your thoughts on it?
Yep, it was all right. You know what? I'm gonna be real. I like Nicki's music, but she, as an individual, she's annoying.
She's
yo.
kind of crazy.
I think she's annoying. I really do. I think she's annoying.
Shout outs to
I'm
me
gonna
for
lie.
bouncing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I don't think I'd be able to deal with her. I really don't. I don't think I'd be able to deal with her. I think she tries to. I feel like she tries to come off like more intelligent and sophisticated than what she really is, yo.
I hear you.
I
I'm
don't
okay
know
with
if I'm
that. I think the crazy just.
She's definitely crazy too, bro. She definitely crazy. Like I was sitting there listening to her, and I was like, she's annoying the hell out of me. Yo. Like she really was, bro. She was really, and even you know what was killing me too?
What's that?
When she says "child," Oh, child.
Yeah.
Bitch, you 35.
Even she was like, yo, okay,
I know, at least she admitted that she said, but I'm like, stop saying that. It's corny. It's corny. It makes you look corny. It makes it look corny, too. I was really like, that's annoying and it's corny, and you're turning me off. You're turning me off right now.
I don't know, man. I think it was a cool podcast, but it was cool just to kind of see how they were responding to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know how, like, because I was reading some of the comments, and before I watched it, I kind of did it backwards. A lot of people were like, oh, they sold out. They didn't ask the good questions. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. And I'm just like, man, that's bull. They had to let her speak. They had to let her air her shit out. You know what I'm saying?
They had to, right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you ain't going to cut her off, and she's your guest or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. I think she's a little crazy.
Yeah.
I want to wherever you want to go next, we go with it. There is one video I wanted to share.
Play it
with the peoples. With the peoples, I thought it was hilarious. Have y'all seen where did it start? Let me make sure I get my intel where it started. The dude who I'm not gonna set it up, but how far, let me ask you this question. How far would your girl go if she found you with another female? Like, would she slap you? Would she cry? What do you think would happen if you were to ever cheat and she caught you in the act of cheating?
Absolutely.
What do you think would happen?
Yeah, I'm being attacked.
Give me a little description of that, if you could.
Josh said she's still locked until 2025. Might be. I thought she was free.
Don't let her out.
All right.
She killed Selena.
Because she sees parole in 2000. Good look, Grizz.
I appreciate it. Man.
That question right there, I'm thinking I'm definitely being assaulted. No, I'm serious. I'm being assaulted. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, me too. Do you think you'll get assaulted first, or the female will get assaulted first?
I think she'll drag the female first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
because she knows I'm gonna still be there, so she'll probably be like, "I'll deal with him after."
Okay.
But she's getting dragged. Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. I got.
And if there's a knife, look at Grizz putting up knives. Yeah, bro. If there's a knife involved, somebody's probably
getting cut.
She probably would.
Okay.
Because she told me that before.
The Spanish will
because
come out.
we had issues in the very beginning of my relationship.
Okay.
And you know.
Yeah.
My opinion was.
What was your
that
opinion?
You were taking this relationship a little bit more serious than I was.
Yeah, you was at that level yet.
So that's
Can
how.
we talk more about that too before I show this video?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
That's how I felt.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of women do that more often than men, but some men do it.
Oh, we're together?
Right. I was like, nah, we were together, but it was kind of like a very beginning thing, and I'm not quick to just jump full head first into a relationship and just not. I gotta slowly find out who you really are. You feel me? I gotta find out. And it was more like she was fully on me more than I was on her.
Got you.
And I kind of did some shit in the beginning that I shouldn't have did. You feel me?
I'm with you.
We moved past that.
I'm not with you, but I'm with you.
Right. Get what you. I know what you're saying.
I know
right.
what you're saying. Yeah.
So we had a conversation one time, and she was just literally like, "Yo, if I ever catch you, like I'm dead serious, I'll probably stab you if I get the chance to." And I was like and I like
Michael Myers,
yo, I'm having a conversation and I'm kind of like laughing, bitch, you crazy, bitch, you crazy. Yeah. And then I looked and was like, oh, she's not playing. She's like, yeah, like yo, the look on her face, was like, she was like,
I will kill you.
And I was like, oh, you're dead serious.
Yeah,
and she was like, she kind of had like tears in her eyes, like, cause you will not.
Yeah. Like she already played.
Yeah, like
it happening in your mind, like.
And I was like, oh, this bitch is serious, yo. Like, I was like, I might have
shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought?
Yeah.
You thought you was getting out.
Yeah, it was like. It was serious.
Let me ask you a question, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna show y'all some, and I just want to know if you would do what this guy did, because I think it's hilarious. I like to crack jokes, but at the same time, there's certain jokes I kind of stay away from just because I know what can come of it.
Right.
With that being said, I want the group to look at this. Let me know what y'all think. Here we go. Check it out.
It's all good. That's just because she's standing up. She ain't going to be standing up. No. She going to be... That's what I'm talking about right there. So we about to see what we working with, y'all. We about to get you. Let's see what's popping.
He's getting ready. Nice posture right there.
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta just relax. That's all you gotta do is relax. That's all you gotta do.
That was ill.
You so retarded. Come home to this stupid ass shit.
Why are you angry?
My guy over here,
He's laughing.
he's a brave guy.
Right.
Like, there's more, and I'll share the link to the group. But I think that was pretty ill. She didn't say, hey, what's going on here? She immediately said, I'm stopping this shit right now. It went after her first. That's why I was asking you, do you think you would be attacked first or she would be attacked first?
Nah, I think she's similarly doing the same thing that just happened there.
Okay. I think my
that
wife
would
would have had you ever watched the movie Blade with Wesley Snipes? She would have pulled out like 2 knives and just stuck both of us at the same time, like, because that was amazing. When I seen it, I was like, this is some funny shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I should share this. I was like, nah.
Nah,
I'll let her see it during the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that
shit.
wifey would have done she definitely would have attacked Shorty first.
How many of y'all think your significant other will be okay with that? Let us know. What else is going on, man?
Got a couple things. We were supposed to get that phone call, but
Never got it.
I don't know what happened.
I want to give the people a little bit of background of the phone call and actually talk about what happened last week.
Yeah, last week I had my man Palu Tavares call up, and I was trying to get him to speak about an initiative that's going on. It's called the ROL initiative. Mm-hmm. It's an initiative to reform the leaders that are within the justice system. And they're trying to they're shedding light on a couple issues within the justice system that some people know about, like sentencing disparities and things of that nature. But then they're also shedding light on the control that the DA has. Like, specifically, they have really close relationships with judges and police.
Okay.
And specifically, this initiative is trying to get an internal investigation done on the Plymouth District Attorney's Office. There was those emails that popped up, those racist emails back 2014, 2015. And there's also cases now, like murder cases, that have been now remanded back down to Superior Court and given people new trials, and some have actually just been tossed out now. But basically, Paulo, who got life, Grizz, he called me. He was supposed to call tonight, but I don't know, something happened. He didn't get to call. What happened is the district attorney in Plymouth County, Timothy Cruz, right? Yep. His saying is win at all costs.
Yep.
And basically what they're showing is that there's a lot of illegal things or some kind of process, I don't know how to say it, misconduct.
Okay.
Prosecutorial misconduct going on within the justice system. And what happened was in 2014, 2015, when those racist emails popped up. I don't know if anybody knows about, but it was out there.
Okay.
There was some racist emails that popped up specifically in the Plymouth County District Attorney's office, right? That's a problem, obviously, because you had these prosecutors prosecuting many minorities, and a lot of the emails had to do with like Cape Verdeans. And there's a lot of Cape Verdeans in Brockton. It's the majority in Brockton. So anyways, Timothy Cruz hired people to investigate his office.
His own office.
His own office.
So he was in trouble and said, let me get some investigators to research my investigators of my liking.
Right.
Okay.
He brought in people to investigate his own office. And what this initiative is saying is that's a conflict of interest.
100%.
How can you be in control of the investigation going on within your office?
America, boy.
Right? It's a conflict of interest. So this initiative is trying to get people to sign a petition saying that, well, trying to basically to get done an investigation that he's not in control of. He should have no part of this investigation. You shouldn't be hiring or involved in this investigation at all. The only thing you should be doing is giving your full cooperation into this investigation. That's it. You shouldn't be seeing it or in control of it or nothing, period. So that's what he was trying to call up, because his case recently got overturned and now he's going to get a new trial. And it was done because of some legalities that went on within his court case. Mm-hmm. There were things that were allowed in his trial that should have never been allowed in the trial. So he wanted to call up and he wanted to give people the information and make people aware of what's really going on, because he's been in jail now for 13 years, y'all. 13 years he's been in jail now.
Okay.
For a crime that he basically is like, yo, he didn't commit. You feel me? And he's going to go back to trial now. And
now, do you think that he'll actually get a fair trial? Because now he's kind of, I don't want to say like they're not going to let him. Then I just don't know that he'll get a fair trial with all of this.
The issue, you know what I mean? Basically, now he's going back to trial, and there's things that were allowed to be submitted as evidence that are no longer going to be allowed in as evidence. So now he's going to trial without those things. And those things did play a major role in his conviction. They were definitely big time factors in why the DA was able to get a guilty verdict on him. Mm-hmm. Without those, I don't think they would have gotten that guilty verdict. Nah, I don't think they would have gotten it. So I was supposed to have him call up, and he didn't get to call up. But if anybody wants to know what it is, I'm going to put the link on Facebook so people can look into it. And they're just asking for people to sign a petition. Mm-hmm. So if anybody wants to do any type of contribute to any type of reform work or justice work, right? Yeah. Here's your chance right here. All you got to do is sign it in, because once they get enough signatures, they can get this done.
Really?
Yeah, they can get this done.
But how long will that take, though? Something like that?
I don't really know. I just basically read the gist of it, and it was pretty much saying,
I feel like something like that they be dragging their feet on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's on the people to come together and sign this initiative. You got to sign for this petition for this to happen.
But
because
when they sign it for it to be.
Oh yeah, to see how long it will happen. Yeah. I agree with that. That'll probably drag too.
Yeah.
Because listen, there's been supposedly some type of internal investigation, right? And this happened in 2014, 2015. It's now 2019, and we've heard nothing about nothing.
Right.
What happened with the investigation? What happened with these DAs that were sending racist emails?
And is there someone to oversee all of this, even though you brought something? That's crazy.
Right. Are any of them, they're still practicing law? They haven't been disbarred? Nothing. Where are the other cases that these DAs prosecuted? These cases should be getting brought back into court, yo. 100%. You clearly have a conflict of interest. You're fucking racist.
Yeah. And it's right here.
Right.
Yeah.
So these should be getting brought back into court.
But
so
again,
this is what
that's the thing. Like, I feel like you're gonna have attorneys come in and say that these were personal messages or some nonsense like that to make it admissible.
Yeah, they're gonna try to say it was some bullshit. It was jokes. It wasn't really. It was just jokes. So of course they're gonna try to say anything to cover their ass, right? Of course they will. The problem is there's a history of this in the justice system, yo. You know that there's, I think it was since 1960 something, I believe it was. There's been 300 and something murder convictions that have been overturned due to prosecutorial misconduct, things of like in the nature of DAs knowingly withholding evidence or tampering with evidence or knowingly basically withholding evidence that would have basically proved the person to be innocent is what I'm trying to basically get at. And you know that not one DA has ever been disbarred or criminally charged or prosecuted. They still get to practice law, bro.
Well, the thing is, and you and I both know, the criminal justice is criminal.
Right. The problem is, bro, like defense attorneys aren't treated like that.
No, they won't be.
They get something done like that, dude. They lose their license. They can't practice law. But yet these DAs are
you see
just
what they're doing, right?
Yeah,
man. They're making the attempt to keep people out of jail.
Out of jail,
and
right?
And jail is a business,
right?
You ain't gonna shoot where the crop is,
right?
You ain't gonna go burn the field,
right?
You know,
right? And like Grisby said, Timothy Cruz was allowing informants to get free passes. And they were out there committing crimes, and he was throwing their cases away when they were catching cases, as long as they would be a witness to these murders and stuff like that.
It's funny because art, like when I say art, movies and stuff, imitates real life.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, these movies are crazy. Nah, not really. They're just kind of imitating.
Some of them are real. Yeah, some of them are.
Because they're looking at what's going on.
Yes.
They can't necessarily maybe prove it, but it's right there.
And like I said before, too, a problem in the justice system with DAs is a lot of these DAs are incentivized to incarcerate because they get promotions and they move up in their career based on their conviction rate and stuff. So that's an incentive to incarcerate people and win at all costs, right? Win at all costs. Not ethically, not by the code of ethics that they're sworn to take, just win at all costs, period. And then they receive no real consequences for any of the wrongdoing, so it's just we just keep doing it.
Right.
And you get people that sit for 30 years, 35 years, whatever, or there's been cases where people have actually been executed and then come to find out they were innocent of the crime. Like, oh, that's good. They're fucking dead now. You feel me?
That's crazy.
That's horrible, yo.
Well,
you know?
that shit, I don't know. I do hope and I pray, because how old is he?
He's my age. Paulo's like 30, I think he's 32. I'm 33. He's about 32, 33.
I just do hope
34,
that, you know,
hopefully gets out.
Yes, people, not only just gets out, man, but, you know, as a support system, because, you know, we talked about it on the podcast last week.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily just the getting out. I think you get out, that's, you know, part number one, but I think part number two is, you know, learning to bring yourself back into society, know who you are. There's a lot of things, you know, like
PTSD.
Thank you so much. That you'll come out of there with. And then also, too, like, employment is going to be a problem. I think it's, one, hooray, he gets out. Two, let's hope that, you know, at least, you know, his network has something in line for him to kind of helping along and trying to get back into a groove of just life, man.
Yeah, right.
Because
it's tough.
Shit, you know.
I know.
It's
tough. And that's why I bring that up, because if people, you know, we always get these social justice warriors on the internet, right?
Right.
Everybody's a social justice warrior, right? Prison reform, all of that, right? Well, here's your chance. Here's your opportunity right here. Sign the petition.
Yeah.
Here's your opportunity. Sign it.
That's
Go on, look it up, right?
It.
Sign it. And then, you know, you could say you actually did something instead of just type shit on the internet all day and pretend to be a social justice warrior, because that's what a lot of people are. Most people are. Right? You're not really doing nothing. You're not trying to use anything or really do anything. You just want to fucking complain about things or
100%.
Bitch about stuff. And
It's easier that way.
So here you go. I'm using my platform right now to bring awareness to this, and they have a platform they're using, and you can look it up on the internet. So all you got to do is go on there, look it up. I'm going to put it on my page, look it up, and sign the petition. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to put that out there for them.
Well, we're about to find out if, even that could happen. I don't know, man.
Oh, Josh says 36. A lot of times
when people kind of put things up to your face and make it personal, it kind of curbs the energy that they had with what they were thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna respect it, but I don't want to see you comment about that particular situation as strongly as you were if you're not gonna step up when somebody's saying here's an opportunity to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's why we put it out there, because there's a lot of talk, and I'm like, that's why I put that post up, I think it was last week, where I'm just like, yo, some people just wake up, man, and want to find shit to complain about something. Yeah. And, man, we can do that every day if we want. But if you're not taking any initiative to try to make a change toward anything, then just shut up. Nobody wants to hear you, dog. Shut up.
Word.
So that's why I bring that up, and I wanted to give Paulo the opportunity to speak to and say what he wanted to say too, and put his story out there, because I wasn't gonna argue with people on the internet when I had posted the article that he flipped his case and stuff, and some people were like, "Oh, is he guilty? Is he not guilty?" I'm not gonna get into his case on social media like that, man. I'll just let him talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing that he doesn't want being said, and I don't want to say nothing that could ever hurt somebody's case either, man. So. Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's not your business.
Nah, that's why I was like, yo, that's my that's my man. That's somebody that I was in prison with. I've known him on the streets prior to that.
Yeah.
And this is somebody that I've had intimate conversations with, man, and I can tell you is a good dude. And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to do anything to jeopardize him. I'm just trying to help him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with that, man. Not to get all not to try to get it all down and the energy down, but it needs to be put out there, man.
I don't think it's getting the energy down. I think sometimes people just need to mind their goddamn business.
That was one thing too. Like a couple people that was commenting, I felt like being like, mind your fucking business. Like you asking questions like that's not even none of your business, man.
It's pretty easy. It's like what's I always ask people, what's the ROI? What's the return on investment? Like,
ROI,
certain information. Like, what's that got to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are just nosy, bro.
Yeah.
Just nosy.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is, dog. Word, that's what it is.
Nosy. Like,
word. Just nosy.
Like, this ain't got, it's like you ain't got enough business in your life.
Right. And if you ain't fitting to help, what the hell you want to know for? You ain't even fitting to do nothing with the information.
And even if you don't got enough business in it, go get some business.
Right. Go do something.
Yeah,
go get a life.
Christ. Read a book or something, man.
Yeah, go get a life, man.
I don't know.
All right, I got.
What you got?
Now we passed that. I just want to put that out there. My man Paulo Tavares, people from the city know who he is, man. I know some people out there that I'm cool, I'm all right, cordial with, that ain't really a fan of him or whatever, man. But y'all know what it is, man. It is what it is at the end of the day, man. If I fuck with somebody, I fuck with somebody. And that's just what it is, man. I'm a grown man, and the streets ain't my life no more. And the streets aren't a lot of people's lives no more, man. And unfortunate things happen at the end of the day. Some of us are here to talk about it. Some of us aren't here to talk about it. But we all grown men at the end of the day, man. And love is love, and we can all respect that. If we fuck with somebody, we fuck with somebody regardless. So that's what people do. So now on to the next subject, man. I had something that was interesting.
What's that?
And I ain't talked to you about it, but I specifically meant to talk to you about it on here, was how you feel about role playing with your significant other, bro? For real.
It's weird. It's weird.
I feel like
you asked that because what was I watching? I was watching some show. I don't know what it was, man. I let Jen go to sleep a little early. I snore. I'm a snorer, boy. Yeah. It's crazy, right? So if I go to sleep before her, she ain't going to sleep. Yeah. So I let her go to sleep. So I'm watching whatever is on TV or whatever. And I'm watching some shit. I ain't going to tell y'all what it is because it's none of your business. And I was just like, I think I'd like to do some shit like that.
Right.
We talked about it. We haven't necessarily put it to practice yet.
Yeah.
How about you?
Nah, I haven't done it, but I'm fitting to get busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you have Do you have like?
Oh, I got a whole bunch of.
Script?
I got a whole bunch of suggestions from people that when I put it on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They were helping me out. I was like, okay.
As far as for her, for yourself, or both?
Both.
Oof.
I was like, yo, I need some.
Let's talk about it. What are your suggestions? Do you have them
yo, the illest one that I liked.
What you gonna roll with first?
This is the one that I like. No bullshit.
I want to know two things. I want to know, one, which one is your personal favorite? Mm-hmm. Two, her personal favorite. I said two things. I want three things. And then three, what is it? What's the third? The third one would be that something that you both agreed on.
We didn't. Well,
what's your first?
Mine was, I like what my man said on here. I forget what his Facebook name is, but he said something dope. He was like, listen, what you do is y'all make a night of it. Okay, so it's not just like a in the house type. It's like you make a night of it. It's like you let you and your girl, you know what I'm saying, she get dressed up. Y'all go to a bar where nobody, the bartenders don't know y'all. Nobody knows you're together, whatever.
Yeah.
Let your girl go in. You walk in like 15 minutes later. You sit at the opposite end of the bar.
Okay.
Right? And then, he's like, you tell the bartender, yo, is that lady with anybody over there?
Yeah.
Nah? Listen, send her a drink.
Okay.
You send her a drink. Tell her I sent her a drink.
Okay.
And then you go over, you start kicking it with her.
Yeah.
Y'all kicking it with her. He's like, shortly after that, y'all have your drinks, and then y'all leave.
Okay.
You make the bartenders think, damn, he just bagged it. He's like, yo, he just bagged a cutie,
Okay.
And then y'all go home, and y'all go into your role playing as if whatever you want it to be from there.
Let it happen.
It could be whatever you want. Like, y'all can continue the role that y'all just met each other.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think you finish it to the end.
Right. You finish it all the way to the end. When he said that, I was like, yo, that was kind of dope, though.
It'd be kind of funny. You do that shit, and at the end of it, when she wakes up in the morning, she don't find you. You just went out for a coffee. Just sleep her.
You wake up, yo.
She be like, what the
I'll
fuck?
holler.
This role is still going.
Right. She wake up. Where the fuck you at? I'll be like, yo,
I'm still playing the role.
She
Who is
texting me and shit, right? Who the fuck is this?
My girl will know about you.
Right.
Delete my number.
Let that shit.
You better, and then she'll be like, pop up on your phone like, oh, you want to play games? Babe, we're playing roles.
I thought we were still acting.
No, we're not. You got something to tell me?
Word. Nah, but that was interesting.
Dope. That's a movie. There's actually a movie on Netflix just about that.
Yeah.
And it got a little crazier where the two were like, he says, yo, now the next role, I'm going to send you out, the female, and I want to watch guys bag you.
Bag you, right.
And then I want you to kind of let some things happen, meaning you're not going to just leave, but I want you to dance or whatever. And if he's going to try to just kind of just hug up on you or whatever, and this dude's just watching, I'm like, all right, it would have ended as soon.
Yeah.
Yo, I think I can let the drink happen. I'll let the giggles happen because I'm like, let me see if I can find a smile. Right. But I think my crazy ass would be like, wait a minute. I thought that smile was reserved for me.
Nah, bitch, that was too genuine.
You're not an actress. You ain't Halle Berry.
Right.
You ain't got skills like that.
That's a little too genuine. I don't know if I could do all that.
But I think it's something we want. We was talking about similar.
Yo, I was surprised. You know what a couple girls were talking about, and I was surprised. But I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. But some girls were like, "Oh, believe it or not, some women like the whole fake rape thing." I'm like,
"Yeah, I ain't gonna do that."
I'm not with that. Right? I was like, "Yeah, I'm not with that."
Because all you'll find out as you're role playing, someone will be recording.
Yeah,
and then you get a call like, "Wait a minute, we're just playing."
Fucking next thing you know, your neighbors are calling the cops or some shit, dog. Like, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm all set. Like,
police come in.
I get the whole aspect of women liking to be dominated and stuff like that. And I get that there's just some freaky ass women that's like, I want to role play, having you like take the box.
Safe words.
Right, but like, nah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro.
I'm all right with that one. I was just like, nah, like. Gris said, you know what Gris said? He said, "Nah, not Mike Tyson and Tupac roles, bro." That was real.
Yo.
Nah, for real. I was like, yeah. But the girls were like, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of women out there that like that. And I was like, yeah, that's cool for them.
I can't.
Nah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Because you know what? I think I'd be the guy that get in trouble for real.
Yeah, I'm just cool with that,
be
bro.
Like, yo, Cliff, I thought this was a role. Yeah, I thought so too.
Right. Next thing you know, I'm all set. I mean, we can do the dominate, the dominatrix. You want me to dominate you real quick? Like, cool, but we're not gonna pretend that I'm taking it.
You know what? I'm
Like,
gonna say something, and a lot of people on some grown man shit. I think I'm not as mature as I thought I once was.
Yeah.
You know, there's conversations. I can talk to my wife about everything, but I think sexually, there's just certain things that I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go there yet. You know,
Right.
like the other day, she sent me some. I think it was on Instagram. There's someone she follows or whatever, and she was twerking. She's like, "Yo, I like her butt," and I was like, "Yeah, I do too." And I was like, I think I need to go to the fellas chat and send her some of my links.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as I was going to do that, I was like, she might, like, because there's a certain type of flavor of females that I like.
Right.
I don't know. She'll be like, wait a minute, homie. I've been noticing a pattern of what you're liking. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be careful.
That's what I was just like. But then I'm like, damn, I'm not giving her enough credit. She get it. She knows I love her and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I find myself, again, just not being grown enough to be like, I think she'll be all right with it, or let me share.
Mm-hmm.
And that's conversations like I think that we have here. I'm driving home because, you know, we got a little bit of a drive when we go home, that I find myself saying, you know what? Yeah. I think it's time that I have a conversation with her about this, or maybe it's a conversation that I agree with what she was asking me for, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, 44 years old. I think I'm gonna expand upon kind of like my character as far as like,
Yeah, man.
like how I think, how I behave, what I expect, what she expects, whatever. Just cause shit, you know, this is forever, right?
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm
damn,
saying,
man.
bro. And
You
I
don't want
think
it to get boring.
that's what I was trying to get at, and that's the
There you go.
reason why. Because, you know, I had that conversation with mine, and I was like, yo, you getting like bored or anything? Like,
Oh, you said that.
yeah,
Okay.
like, cause I was letting her know, like, yo, I don't ever want you to feel like you can't talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not immature. That immature. I mean, shit. I'm not the most,
I'll give
like
you
you
props.
just said, I'm not the most mature when it comes to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are, but I'm like, yo, don't, you know, like if it's getting boring, or
Let me know.
you want me to do something different,
What I
or
gotta
you know,
do.
you want to maybe say, babe, you know, I was thinking about maybe getting some more toys, and I want you to do whatever it is.
Word.
Like, I'm like, yo, I'm for whatever, just
Yeah.
not whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm for whatever when it comes to trying to
To
keep
trying to
you
keep it
satisfied
right, yeah.
and keep it spicy and
It's
not
another
boring.
form of like satisfying her.
Yeah, it's
You know
what I mean. So I was like, you know what? I remember seeing on the Breakfast Club, they were talking about role playing one day, and Envy was like, yeah, like me and my shorty, like we role play. We do it
Yeah.
a lot. And I'm like, that shit maybe that shit really is exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe it really is. And I never did it, but I'm like, shit, I'm out to really, really try to do this. So I put that shit on Facebook, and I got a lot of feedback. But my question was like, I wonder how many people that was commenting really did it
We'll
before.
do that.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not gonna pretend I'm not gonna pretend I did something I never did. But
Right,
I feel
right.
like there was a lot of people that I'm like, I wonder if they ever really did it.
There's
Though.
a lot of liars out
Like,
there.
I was getting the suggestions, but I'm like, how many of y'all ever really did it?
I'll tell you this, one thing I will never do. I know some people, you know, won't put names, but they do the swinging.
The
thing.
swinging thing, right?
Can't,
Yeah, I know
never,
some
nah,
people
nah,
that
nah.
would be for it too.
Ever in life will ever be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say ever in life, but right now, this life,
Right.
nah.
Yeah.
I'm just too. I don't want to say like I'm too. What's the word? Territorial with mine, but like, yeah, I'm good.
Well,
I ain't
yeah.
trying to see somebody air her out. I'll be
No,
like, what the?
that's why we had that conversation before.
Yeah.
It's more of a men do more of a dominating type of thing, man.
Yeah.
With it, it's different. I feel like women can watch another woman because they're getting dominated just like the other woman's getting dominated. You feel me?
It'd be interesting to have a female here just to kind of have that perspective, because now we got to ask: is it us just thinking, obviously we're thinking from a male perspective, or I have a little male chauvinist pig in me. It is what it is. I think we all have it, and we're just always trying to shed it, especially with us having daughters, and just trying to become better people. But I hear you. I agree with that. I'm like, man, listen, I think I think a female shouldn't have a problem with, say, us bringing in another female, as long as, our wives are comfortable in saying, no, I get, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think that's a slippery slope if the trust is not built. But the swinging thing, from what I've read and have asked, because like I said, I got friends, and I'm like, I've asked these questions, and I'm just like, and they're very just open. They're like, yeah, da da da, and I'm like, they're like, but there's rules to it, and I'm like, all right, but no, there's one thing that you can't control, and that's emotions, human emotions. You know what I'm saying, and free will. You know what I'm saying? God gave us that, or a person. I'm not gonna say God, because you ain't gonna roll with that. But we have free will. You know what I mean? And like, you might be like, yo, you know what? That was all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want to wait 3 months. Let's say that's every quarter. Y'all have an agreement. Y'all can do that. Like, yo, one more time. She knows who it is. You might come up with your own ideology of why it's okay.
Trying to justify it.
Exactly.
I've heard women. I've had that conversation with women, and a couple women did say, yo, that was one of the reasons why they were kind of against it. No, because I don't want to have to find him with that woman behind my back. And I was like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I can dig it. I can get it, because that's a strong possibility for some men. Yeah. Right? And then I think to myself, I'm like, damn, that's kind of stupid on a man's part, because why do it behind her back when she's willing to let you do it in front of her face?
And that's the thing, right?
So I'm like, But then again, like you said, you have those men that's like, I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, one time. You know what I mean? Like, and it goes to, like, let's look at, our past lives. I'll look at my past life. I won't assume. But my past life, when I dated a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were like, yo, what was it, or when was it that you're like, oh, you want to get a girlfriend? I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I think, like you said earlier, the girlfriend was kind of like, I don't want to say pushed on me, but it was like, all right, so we've been doing this for quite a while, so I'm assuming. And I'm like, oh, you're assuming? All right, yeah, because you're cool. I like you. I guess I can assume that. Hey, I got to stop this, type of thing. But I think for me, it was more like the company of another female, and it was just like, oh, you bring something different to when we do things. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I know certain men that just do it just to do it. For me, it was just like, I vetted people and be like, yeah, I'll hit you off, but it's more than just a hit off. It's like you chef well, or the conversation's crazy, or you got my gear game, you're changing my gear game, or you got me looking at women just differently. You know what I'm saying? Right. So each man has their reasoning as to why they want to deal with other females. And I think as soon as males, I'll say males, we can kind of come to a place where, like, all right, I know what I want, and you find like that one, like our wives, like, you don't want no nerd, like a nun, like that's not really trying to. I think David Wayne said it. You want a little slut, but that is just yours. Yours, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she for you.
Yeah, we're not saying like the whole hood done hit it, right? But she did what she did.
A little fun.
Yeah, she had her fun, and now she's settling down. You and her vibe really well. It's like cologne. You can put cologne, and you're like, this don't smell the same way because our oils, but you and your female, you're like, oh yeah, we vibe, right? I'm gonna stick with this one. That's why the swinging thing I never got that. Never got that.
Yeah, I don't. The swinging thing, nah. I've heard other women say this too.
What's that?
They were all for like threesomes with a man they didn't really care about.
Is it when you say don't care about a random or someone that just
say like, you know, maybe they were letting the dude smash and it wasn't that serious with them.
Okay.
And it was like, whatever, I'll have a threesome with them, whatever, because they ain't really care about them in that sense.
Okay.
But once I think feelings get too strong for someone, then they become territorial now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, I care about him, you know? And then it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, I could see it. I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, you would think that you'd be more concerned with pleasing the guy you care about than you would the guy you don't care about. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you can look at that from that perspective, too. And I'm like, yeah, but because I know women that are in relationships with a man and they're cool with that whole... They're cool with the whole threesome thing, bro. Yeah, they're cool with it. They're just like, yo, it's cool. We both enjoy it. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, like, all right. I think as they look at it, I feel like I got the vibe that this person was speaking from a sense of saying we're both doing that person. Like, we're having our way with that person. Okay. It's a we thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
that person's more of a tool. Like an object.
Yeah, like they're both having their way with that person. And they were saying there was some kind of rules, like whatever. Yeah. So it's I don't know. It is what it is. You feel me? I mean, some people with it. And you got to remember too, dog, in this country and in other countries as well, monogamy is highly promoted. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a big part as to why a lot of people will be like, ugh, yeah, what? Or they're not for polygamous relationships and stuff. Like, no. It's like, yeah, like back in the day before that shit was highly, you know, promoted, like monogamy. Yeah. Like there was a lot of polygamy going on.
100%.
And it wasn't looked at like it was abnormal. It was just like,
part of it, and especially in the Roman times.
Yeah, like
especially, and we're going to another world right now. But like, even with men on men type,
men on men type of thing, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think I don't know when it was. I think I'm not great with history. Like after like, you know, the Wild West or whatever, when you know, we started like settling down. I want to say like you know, when you ever watch like Opie Taylor, maybe you didn't watch the show, but just seen it like that Opie Taylor, like it was just like husband, wife, son, daughter, and everyone was just really straight and narrow, like that picture that they were kind of portraying. After like the Al Capone and Prohibition or alcohol they got rid of all of that. All the saloons got shut down. I think that's when people were like, all right, we want the straight and narrow, you know, kind of like feel or society, which I get. I understand it. I agree with it. I'm living it. But I also think like it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. I tell everybody, man, like don't rush. Know who you are. Know what you like yourself personally. Right. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be with somebody that you actually care and love, and you're like I don't even know what I truly love, because you're kind of just going off of pleasing them. Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's one of them tough conversations, but I'm whatever, man. I'm with mine, and I was like, you know what? I'm trying to do some new stuff, you know? And I thought, it's funny, too, when I was having a conversation. Yeah. She's like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, I'm glad you asked. But I was
Please
like,
don't tell me you just pulled out a list. Like,
no, because I know she got a little aggravated because I think she thought I was talking about like threesome or something. And I was like, dog, I'm not like, I'm saying
what. But isn't that on every, I think that's for all men. That's we're so basic, right?
Right?
Like that's just like, well, I don't know. What about a threesome? Right. I think that's the first thing.
I think a lot of dudes think like that.
Yeah, because that's like, you know, it's easy. It's
simple. I think that's why like she probably thought like that too.
Yeah.
And even though I've had that conversation with her before, and we kind of see eye to eye on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah. I was just like, I'm just saying like we don't always have to do the same, like, you know what I mean, bro? It doesn't have to be the same fucking thing all the time.
Yeah.
In the bedroom, you know, I do this, you do that, and like, nah. I'm just saying, like, I hope you're not getting bored.
Because
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to please you.
100%.
So, you know, and I was like, all right, cool. And that's when I put up the role playing thing. Bang. And now I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and then I remember like last week, she's like, okay, so it was like 4 days ago. She's like, pulls me in the room. She's like, okay, so what are we going to do? I'm like, nothing. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the kids are home. They're in the room sleeping.
They're listening.
I'm like, we ain't going to be role playing right now.
Yo, I'll tell you, that's crazy. How do you feel about that? Like me, right? And some of my boys, like, they're like, yo, you don't shut the door. Like, I don't ever close my doors.
Right.
I need to hear, like, if shit's going on down the fucking thing. Because I'm always thinking someone's going to break in. I got a gun on the side. She got the baseball bat. Make the call. I'll take care of it. Bring the kids in the room.
Yeah.
Like, I already got that contingency plan. So, like, let's say Cliff is on one that night.
Right.
You know? I don't know. I didn't pop a Viagra for gentlemen or fellas because I know a lot of my friends do, and y'all need to chill out with that.
Right.
But let's say I'm on one, things is happening, it is popping, and she's just enjoying herself, right? Sorry, babe. I'm sure she just has the thing so we can get our numbers. I don't think she's watching, but it's whatever. But she's just like, ooh, Beyonce.
Right.
And my go-to, I'm like, yo, shut up.
Right.
She's like, don't tell me, shut up, just don't. And I'm like, no, shut up. I'm not trying to be sexy. I'm like, yo, the fucking kids are gonna wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're gonna hear some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, oh, you're ruining things. I'm like, no, nigga, I don't want to ruin my poor little baby's mind.
They done already heard it, bro. As much as you think they haven't, but go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you his little secret. Leia thought I was hurting her mom.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew you was going to say that.
Why you hurting her? I was like, I looked at her, I said, what'd you say? Oh, shit. Yo, listen, man. Listen, that's something I don't want. I don't want to share this story, but you know the story.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I've had my share where when I grew up, my parents and I, we had a bedroom. It was 2 beds. They thought I was asleep. I woke up and I heard, and I was just like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was maybe 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my brothers weren't alive yet. Yeah, like 7 years old, but goddamn. You know?
Yeah, and you know, I got my little man, he's 10. So I'm like,
you're at that break now where
I'm like, yo, he's going, he can't be. I'm sure he already probably done heard it before, but
what's the conversations you think?
I don't know, dog.
Have you had that in your mind? Like, what you gonna, you know what I mean? Like, Labani, we gotta sit down. We gotta talk. Is it gonna be like that, or is it gonna be like you gonna?
I had to talk to him about fucking porn the other day, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Son, no bullshit. Because wifey's on his PlayStation and she's like, yo, look at this. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
It wasn't his cousins or nothing?
I'm like, yo, I already knew what happened. I'm like, yo, I told her too. I said, yo, guarantee you he was put onto this by his older cousin.
Of course.
Guarantee you, right? And
that's
I already knew
happens.
what it was. And my son's mother, and they're like, oh, what do you not like? I'm like, nah, I don't have nothing against the kid. He's just not fucking supervised, and the kid does whatever he wants.
So
like,
he's
the kid does whatever he wants.
Too fast.
Yeah, I'm like, he does whatever he wants, and then he puts my son on to shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man. Natalie's like, you got to talk to him. I'm like, all right, relax, dog. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's porn, dog. Like, he's gonna know about it anyway, dog. I'm not raising my kid to be a Christian, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, sex is real. He's a human being. Whatever. It is what it is. So I'm in the whip with him, and I'm like, yo, Bubba, listen, man. I'm like, yo, what's up with this shit on your thing, man? You watching porn? And he's like, he's in the car, and he's like, his intention. What? Yeah. He think Pops is mad. And I'm like, yo, listen, I ain't mad. I'm like, I ain't mad. I'm like, I'm gonna ask you a question and just be honest with me. I'm like, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? When I was your age, you know what I'm saying? I done seen some porn too when I was your age. I'm trying to relate. So and I'm like, look, man. I'm like, how'd you find out about that?
Yeah.
Tell me, who showed you about porn? And he's like, he says his cousin's name.
He was right.
And I'm like, I already fucking knew that. I fucking knew he did. I knew he showed you that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, listen, man. I was like, listen. I'm like, the porn thing, it is what it is. Like, you're gonna watch it when I'm not around, whatever. I know you're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, do you know what child porn is? Mm-hmm. Because I'm scared, yo. I'm like, my son don't know, like, you know, these kids are young, dog. I'm like, they don't, like, you can't be.
You don't want a knock on the door.
Yeah, dog, I had to have this conversation with my son, dog. And that's why I was kind of upset. Yeah. And I told my son's mother about that. I'm like, yo, listen, I ain't mad. But I'm like, yo, conveniently, once again, his older cousin, who's never fucking supervised, is showing my son shit that he shouldn't be showing my son. You know, so I'm like, now I gotta have a conversation with my son
on some stuff that he wasn't even
some
ready
shit that he shouldn't even be knowing about.
Yeah,
but I gotta let him know about it because I don't want people knocking on my door.
Yep.
So I had to have that conversation with him. I'm like, yo, man, you know what child porn is? And he's like, well, no, but I know that, like, it's bad. And I'm like, all right, let me break something down to you real quick.
Right.
I'm like, yo, you can never, ever try to look at that stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, she said, what? Yeah. And hold on, Kenya. And I'm like, listen, yo, you will go to jail for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you not? And I had to explain to him in all seriousness. I said, Bubba, listen, there's people, you know what the government is? He said, yeah. I'm like, there's people that monitor people's specific things for that.
100%.
I'm like, they will come. I said, you're only 10 years old, but let me tell you, son. I said, they will come and they will kick this door in and they will take you to fucking jail.
There's nothing.
Do you understand that? I said, yeah. And I told him, I said, and listen, I will not be able to stop that.
Yeah.
I will not be able to stop that. They will put you in jail. I was like, and you will be in trouble for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. I said, nah, and I was upset because I felt like I shouldn't have had to have this conversation with him about that, dog. Yeah, but because he's already on the internet watching this shit.
And he's already piqued his interest.
Yeah, dog. Now, I had to have that conversation, dog. And I'm like, this is nuts. Know what I mean? So, you know, unfortunately, bro, that's how I had to break it down to him, you know?
Well, the same kind of situation happened to me. So last week, had a little sleepover with the cousins. And Jen was watching them. I think I was working. I forget where I was. But she comes in. I come in, and she's all pissed off. She's like, yo, tell these goddamn kids to go to sleep. No one's listening to me. I'm like, all right. Tell them go to sleep, whatever. She ends up telling me they're listening to some music. I've recently been allowing my kids just to listen to music because I feel like CJ, who's the youngest now, that he's old enough to understand. You're going to hear swears, you're going to see things, but you're not allowed to, quote unquote, repeat them.
Right.
If you know, just like the Chris Brown record, you singing, you know, because I'm that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Use
right.
winner. Like they say winner, you say winner. You know what
right,
I'm saying,
right.
He's like, yeah, I get it, Daddy. But this time.
Shout out to my man real quick. Mike, what up, Mike? Nah, he logged on. Yo, he's logged on. Shouting us out. Yeah, Mike. Okay. What's up, Mike?
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Mike, we got to get him on one day, too. But keep going on because we got to talk about this.
So long story short, they're listening to some record, and then the record has lyrics that say something like, gonna put my fingers in your...
yeah.
And then they're all laughing and everything, and Jen hears it clear, and then dude's being... She's like, what are y'all listening to down there? They're like, boom.
Yeah.
So now, the situation is... Unfortunately, it's my brother's kids. So I got to tell my brother again, and I know he hates hearing it. I'm like, yo, you got to talk to your kids.
Yeah, talk to the little dude.
So what's up? I'm like, yo, they're listening to this. He's like, this music? I'm like, nah, this is really hardcore. And I'm like, yo, I know you probably don't like hearing it from me, but, you know, your kids are around CJ and Leia, the girl who's hearing this, she's like, they're gonna do what?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like, and they need to, because they're 10 and 11, I think. They need to know.
They're my son's age. Yeah.
cousin is here, young girl cousin.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to shut this down because we know this word for word, and it's talking about stuff that she has.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was that, and it's crazy because Jen was like, "Oh my God!" Like she has to kind of relive that again because with David and Anton, she had to deal with that situation with a person being younger and older and all of that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it was just crazy, bro. So like the way we, like you said a couple podcasts ago was like there was some people you're like, I don't think we're gonna hang out with them no more. And I'm like, yo, I feel like now when my kids hang out with certain kids, I gotta kind of watch their kids now to see like where are they at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the Santa Claus thing. Like I used to go to this barbershop, used to bring CJ there, and then they was like, yo, and people making, and it was, some of my peoples, and they're like, man, I ain't gonna have nobody believe some big fat white guy is giving my kid no stuff. They ain't gonna be raised like that. I'm like, damn, you can't just string this little joint of some happiness. Right. What is the big deal? And then I was like, hey, yo, if y'all gonna keep talking like that, I gotta bounce. I still got one that I'm still riding right now. He enjoys it. She enjoys it. I enjoy it. Right. It's our little joy. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you serious? You still promoting that nonsense? And I'm like, yo, all right, can y'all do? And they're like, all right, out of respect for you, we're gonna shut it down. But those are the little things now we got to get more prepared because as they're going to school, they're talking to more. And I'm telling you, every day I let my kids know, man, ain't none of your friends know more than me. They're going to say some wild things. And that's because sorry, Facebook, YouTube, and whoever's listening, I'd be like, their parents don't love them. Right. They're like, they don't.
They don't love them.
Because you ain't going to brainwash my kids.
Nah, bro, I had to, listen, man, that was, all right. That was the first conversation because of what the little cousin done already showed him.
Yep.
The first one was the bad videos on YouTube where people swearing and then it was music. And I'm like, yo, man, where you? Because this is already before. Who showed you these videos? Yeah. Oh, such and such. I'm like, dog. And then it's like music. Yo, where you live? Well, I was listening to it with the dog. And now it's like, yo, fucking porn, dog. Like,
what's next?
Like, dog, like, I'm like, nah, this is why I said now. I had to tell his mom's like, yo, now, like this was the straw that broke the camel's back here, yo. Like, now this is, he can be around, but nah, not like that. Not like that. Yeah. Like, I'm all set with that one. Yeah. Like, he's gonna be staying with me, and when he goes over there, all I ask is that you be there.
Right.
And if you're not there, hit me up.
Yeah, I'll come.
Because I can't have him being around this one with the people that you leave in charge to supervise them because they don't fucking supervise them.
They don't
You
care.
feel me?
They don't
and this kid just is into way too much and he knows way too much that he shouldn't know, man. And 100%. My son is young and he's easily influenced. It's his older cousin. And even though I told my son I'll put my foot off in your ass, I already see it coming. He's going to end up doing something that, this one's going to, convince him to do it and make him feel like he's pressured and all. Nah, we're not even having that.
Yeah.
This one's just not going to be around mine enough to even, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
keep
like, it's sad.
Keep building your foundation.
Yeah.
So when you feel like, all right, let's go into the world, let's test this out.
Right.
Because you know what? It could be that one thing, man.
I had to tell him in the whip. I said, yo, listen, man. I will whoop you out, dog. I don't want to have to do this, bro.
Yeah, but I will.
Yeah. And I'll end it with I love you. Boy, I'm telling you, bro. Like, cause my son is good, man. He's very well behaved. But I'm like, bro, like, this is so serious. Do not make me do this to you. Cause you're gonna catch it, dog.
Cause I will.
Nah, yeah, man. And I was just like,
And you know what, man? It's all right that you do that because that just shows that you love him. You're trying to shelter him from,
dog.
Like, at least just wait. There's enough negative nonsense.
Yeah, dog. He's already going to see it, dog. Like I
can't. Yeah, bro.
I can't. Like, nah, man. Like, I still keep him in the schools. I like Brockton schools and shit. It's diverse. And I keep him out there and all of that because I'm involved in my son's life. I'm not worried about him going off that path. And nah, I'm not really. I mean, I know it's possible, but it's less likely when the father's involved. So not really worried about that. Because someone said to me, "Why don't you just take them out of Brockton schools?" I was like, "Fuck no, for what? I'm not doing all of that. Nah, like I don't want them going to some all white school with kids like bro, I'm not taking them out. Nah."
One thing though, let me ask you, what do you think about Brockton High? I just found out that Brockton High has 4,000 students.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
It's too much.
That's a lot. It's a lot. But, you got to just be on top of your kid, man, when it comes to their school and their extracurricular activities, bro. Like, a lot of kids get into trouble because their parents aren't paying attention to what the fuck they're doing, yo.
Word.
And don't get me wrong, some kids didn't really have a choice with the circumstances that they were given. Right? They were born to parents that, the father wasn't there. The mother was forced to work a lot. Therefore, she couldn't supervise. The kid was able to do things that most kids weren't able to do because of lack of supervision. Kid got into trouble, whatever. Right? So I get that. So when I know I'm involved with my son's life, I know the things that I should be on top of.
Yeah.
So I know that when it's like, yo, you're on top of it. You feel me? So I'm not worried about him going to school and, he can get with the wrong crowd and all that. Yeah, he can get with the wrong crowd. And I'll whoop his ass. What, dog? What?
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? What?
Word.
I could fight, bro.
Yeah.
And I stay in the gym and I'll whoop his ass. What about when he get to high school in his 20s? Then he going to know what it's going to get like. I'm going to hit him like a grown man get hit. He's going to get hit like a grown, I promise you.
And after he hit back to reality.
Right. You feel me? Right. And after that, me and you're going to be there, and then we going to do the kid and play dance on his ass. I told you, boy.
Just jumping on some dude's head, man.
Yeah. I told you, dog, don't play with me.
I've said it. And listen,
I'm not,
Yo, it's funny because my brother just recently posted a photo of, the kids went to the movie theaters, and then, Leia was there, and she's just surrounded by boys. I was like, damn, this girl's in trouble, man.
Yeah, man. I seen when Jen posted the picture. You seen the shit the memes I put up. I'm like, man, Leia don't even in there.
No idea. But
For
you know what?
them,
honestly, I'm okay with it. And I think she's going to be stronger for that just because, she's going to hear the nonsense. She's already hearing it. So
usually girls that are raised around men, they make the right decisions with other men because if those men give her or they're perfect examples of what a real man is and how she's like, that's what every father's job is too. You should be showing your daughter what a real man is. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter you should be the standard, right? For your daughter when it comes to other men in 100%. Her life. Your daughter should be like, does he treat me the way my father treats me? You see what I'm saying? 100%. Everything should be able to be compared to your father because you're supposed to be letting your daughter know that if a man doesn't treat you the way your daddy treats you, with the respect, the love, the sympathy, empathy, consideration, everything, that I give to you, if a man's not showing you that, he's not for you.
Charlemagne said it the best, man. He says he showers his daughter with everything, spoils her to death, so that she expects nothing less.
Right. Facts,
that's
bro.
That's how I do it,
Facts.
too, man. That's how I try
bro.
Anyway.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, if you just letting her just settle, man.
Facts, dog. Right.
That will resonate.
And it's even better, like you said, like when she's got a whole bunch of men around them. Of course, there's going to be some little players and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it's better. You want that. I'm going to tell you why you want that. Because she can pick up on game like this. She going to be like, oh, you just like my cousin.
Nyce, you ain't heard me? I just said, man, she going to go out and they be like, ha, ha, ha. My dad told me about that corny-ass line you was going to use because he tried to use that back then.
Exactly. Or she going to have cousins that's doing it, there's always a few fellas that he's dogging out the females, and that's her cousin, and she gonna be like, bro, he trying to. My cousin does the same shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Netflixing and chilling with you, bro.
Yeah, you ain't getting
me.
Right? Yeah, I got my own car.
Right, we're not doing. You don't need to pick me up nowhere.
I don't
want to drive your shit.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah. You know?
Yours ain't got leathers?
Right. Like, my daughter's going to know to never drink anything handed to her that she didn't see made.
She ain't going to leave a cup
Don't
hanging out
like,
at the bar trying to head around.
None of that, yo. Anything, boy, girl, even when she gets older, you know if you didn't see that drink made in front of you not to drink that shit, right?
Or smoke it.
You know not to smoke that shit if it wasn't rolled in front of you, right?
Yo, I tell you, that's the one thing I can say that I gave Day-Day. That's the one thing.
Yeah, bro.
He came back and told me. He said, Cliff, but one thing I'll never forget is you told me if you ain't seeing it roll in front of you, you ain't hitting that.
Yeah, dog.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not promoting people to tell their kids to go smoke, but if they're going to do it, at least give them the tools to protect themselves.
Facts.
Because all you need is one time.
Exactly, bro.
So,
and that's what it is, man. So, and yo, my whole thing with love, I think the perfect definition with love, and I tell it to my shorty, and I'm going to tell it to my kids when they're old enough to understand it. People always say, yo, what is love, right? And we got a different definition. The best one I ever heard was this. It said, love is being concerned with somebody else's happiness as if it were your own. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Repeat that, please.
That's what someone said. And I learned this from a dude in prison. No bullshit. He's doing life in prison. And he said to me, he said, love is being concerned with someone else's happiness as if it were your own. And I was like, yo, out of all, that was the best definition I ever heard. Yeah. You feel me? And I tell that to my shorty and I tell it to my kids, but especially my daughter when she's older. Yeah. Because that's something that a lot of women don't know about, yo. It's like, yo, if this man's not loving you and being concerned with your fucking happiness as if it is his own,
then
we got a problem. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. He's already going to know anyways because I'm doing them just like 50 did in that movie, Den of Thieves or whatever. Like, I'm not playing, dog. Yeah. When I know you, and it's going to be just like Martin, too. Ain't going to be no fucking tonight. Ain't going to be, you know, like, it's going to be like that. I'm telling you. It's going to be like that because I know what you little heartbreakers are trying to do.
I was there, but
yeah, dog. You ain't doing it to mine.
Nah. Pick somebody else.
Seriously, bro.
Sorry to hear that.
It's going to be like that, man. Yeah. So at the end of the day.
You at work. Like, damn, put some work in, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, so that's why, unfortunately, that's what you got to do, bro.
Before we get off the podcast, I do want to say, again, happy birthday to our homie.
Peasy.
Peasy, man. He out in Vegas. He doing his thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to show one thing, and this is a little video of this guy. Hold on a second. Why is Facebook always like...
I want to give a shout out to Mike Slade's pops too, man.
What's going on?
His birthday was today too. Shout out to...
Okay.
Yo, Mike, shout out to your pops, man.
Was it Leo season?
I think so. You know, Virgo coming up. That's my gang.
Well, mine is Scorpio.
You know?
I'll see you in November.
Wow.
I'll be gone to November, but not really. Hold on. I want to see. I thought this was a pretty dope video. So I was like, you know what? It's his birthday. Let's give him a shout out by letting the people know what this guy's doing out in Vegas. It's kind of funny.
Easy.
Go ahead, baby.
Mm-hmm. So, tell us about yourself. Where you from?
Why you in the hotel lobby, B? Popping bottles.
Go ahead, baby. Mm-hmm.
So, tell us about yourself. Where you from?
So I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Go ahead, baby.
Here we go. Shout outs to the homie Static.
Yeah, shout out to Static. He's a very intelligent individual as well.
Good brother, man. He's gone through a lot.
I'll be having a lot of good conversations with him on the book, man.
Y'all definitely gonna vibe 100%. Hold on. How do I get this to be bigger here? Hold on. Put the volume up. Make sure I set it up right for our Facebook family. Y'all tell me what y'all think. My homie created it. This is around your world.
Oh,
I know the Bible says it's the Word of God.
Yeah.
But it's your opinion that the Bible is not lying. The church says the Bible is the Word of God, but it's your opinion that the church is right. You cannot escape from that situation. It's your opinion. So you see, when you select an authority who will help you to improve yourself, it's like hiring the police out of your tax money and putting them in charge of seeing that you obey the law. I mean, can't you take care of yourselves? I mean, is this the land of the free and the home of the brave, or isn't it? But you see, nobody seems to want to be in charge of themselves because they feel they can't do it. As St. Paul said, to will is present with me, but how to do good I find not. For the good that I would I do not, and the evil that I would not that I do.
Yeah, shout outs to my guy. Homie Static. You got a lot of stuff coming, man.
Yeah, he's deep with that stuff too, bro.
You know what's crazy? I used to coach him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop Warner. That boy can hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good dude. Good dude.
I like that.
You got a lot of stuff. He got a lot of stories.
Look who joined.
Who joined? Who we got?
Lisi.
Hey, Lisa! Text me back.
Right.
Waiting for her to text me back.
You're a little late, man.
Oh, you'll be at the party.
Yeah.
I think at the party we're going to do a little bit of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I saw Joe Buttons. He's having a pool party. I was like, you know what? I'm having a pool party.
Right.
We're going to have a podcast at the pool party,
We're
man.
the podcast pool party.
Why not? We'll talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because 50 had a pool party, too.
Word. Oh,
the Tycoon
man.
party or whatever he was called.
God. Yeah.
I'm waiting on. I haven't seen much on it though.
I'm going to that next time.
All right, fam. On that note, I'm gonna be like, good luck on that. I don't know if you're gonna be there at the Tycoon party, but if you do,
might be one of those things where you
it's
might
part
get
of
killed.
that.
Nice.
But you're on your own on that one, buddy.
Yeah, nah, I could never. I wouldn't even attempt
Go to the pool party.
Yeah, I would never even attempt. Sure, you ain't fucking going there. I know, I'm joking.
I'm joking. I just figured I'd try.
Right.
All right, man. So we're done. It's 2 hours in. We're done. I'm out of here. You
Shout
got anything
out.
to leave with the people?
Nah, shout out to me though. I lined my bed up nice. My shit looking good. So,
Yeah.
My shit look good.
No one in the shop that you trust?
Nah, I like to do my own bed, my
Word.
own lineup and shit. I like to do.
I wish I grew enough hair here to go here like higher, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do that. My own bed and my lineup in the front, I like to do. But I let Christina cut my hair though.
Yeah?
Yeah, she does a good job.
All right. I got my guy Dilson. Shout out to Dilson.
Yeah.
I let him cut me. And I remember I texted you, I was like, yo, I think I'm about to put a little color on it.
Yeah.
Well, my wife likes the little salt and pepper.
It looks
Richard
straight, bro.
Richard Gere look.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it.
I'm gonna leave it, bro. You good, man?
You know what I mean? Thank
Still
you,
got
sir.
the thing.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah,
All
man,
right, man. So I ain't got nothing else to say.
that's about it, man.
Stay-
I don't have
stay
nothing else to
sucker
say
free.
neither, man. Yeah, they say sucker free. Keep it grown, man.
Keep it grown. Keep it grown. Keep it sexy.
Stay out your feelings.
100%. We out of here. Grown man shit. The podcast.
Remember I
texted you, I was like, yo, I think I'm